Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining us this Saturday. I'm Jessica Zane, and I am a senior at Rochester Adams High School, and as well as a member of the Michigan Youth Empowerment Foundation's Youth Leadership Committee. The Michigan Youth Empowerment Foundation is a 501c3 nonprofit that is dedicated to promoting STEM education and supporting students K through 12 in their ventures throughout the new technological world. Welcome to our fourth Live Beat session, Making Music with GarageBand. We are honored to have our guest speaker, Harold Wu, join us today. Harold is a rising sophomore at Bloomfield Hills High School, as well as a host to many other accomplishments. When he was only 7 years old, Harold performed at Carnegie Halls. He has won a multitude of piano competitions, and he is an avid composer. Of the many piano competitions he won, of the many and other competitions he also has won, he placed first in the middle school division of the International Youth Art and Technology Competition for his electronic music composition that he composed himself. Harold is also a student of Professor Logan Skelton of the University of Michigan and is currently studying electronic music production at the Berklee College of Music. If you have any questions at all during his presentation, feel free to leave a comment in the Q&A section, and Harold will get to them after his presentation. So now, please join me in warmly welcoming Harold.
Hello, everyone. It's an honor to be here today to teach you all about GarageBand. And just a reminder for everyone who wants to participate in today's activity, just make sure you have an iPad or an iPhone ready, and make sure you have GarageBand downloaded in the App Store, obviously. Just have that ready to go so that we can get started quickly. So obviously today I will be teaching about GarageBand. So let's start with the question, what is GarageBand? So GarageBand is a very amazing tool. It's an app found on all Apple devices that you can use to create music, that you can edit synths and softwares, and just, it has so many possibilities. The reason why I decided to use GarageBand is because it's a really good place for all of you guys to start as beginners or even veterans. It's an amazing platform to either continue or begin your music production hobby. So next, obviously, what does it mean to recreate a song? So in today's lesson or seminar, we will be recreating a song by Ed Sheeran. You probably all know who he is. He's a very famous pop culture singer. So today we will be recreating one of his most famous pieces called Shape of You. And what it means to recreate a song is you kind of like break apart those components that make his famous song, and we're going to recreate those layers in GarageBand using simpler, easier instruments so that it's, similar, but we're also recreating the original song. So I'm going to show a little demo of what it looks like or what the song sounds like.
Isn't the best place to find the lovers, so the bar is where I go. Me and my friends sat at the table doing shots, tripping fast, and then we talk slow. And you come over and start up a conversation with just me, and trust me, I'll give it a chance. Now take my hand, stop it, and the man on the jukebox, and then we start to dance. And now I'm singing like, girl, you know I want your love. Your love was handmade for somebody like me. Come on now, follow my lead. I may be crazy, don't mind me. Say, boy, let's not talk too much. Grab on my waist and put that body on me. Come on now, follow my lead. Come on now, follow my lead. I'm in love with the shape of you. We push and pull like a magnet do. Although my heart is falling too, I'm in love with your body.
So that's a little demo of what the song sounds like. And that's the original song, obviously, not the one that we're going to be recreating. That's Shape of You by Ed Sheeran. So now I'm going to screen share my phone and show you guys an example of what we will be making today. So let me quickly share my phone. And here we go. It should be popping up shortly. Yep. All right. So this is the recreation I made of Shape of You in GarageBand, and also what I hope to get to today with all of you. So. And then I'm just going to skip on to like near the end where we add more instruments. All right, so that is the demo of the song we will be recreating today. So let me go back to the slides. So yeah, let's discuss some things before we get into that, obviously. So I want to go over quickly the parts of a song, because this is really important when either making your own song or recreating a song. Parts of a song include, you know, important things, obviously, like the bass, the melody, and drums. Those are, you know, things you always find in every single song. Parts not only help each other, but they also kind of form the song and make it so that it's either catchy or, you know, what people like. So here are the three parts. Again, the melody, which is usually the thing, like the instrument or the voice you hear the most. In most pop songs, it's obviously the voice, because the voice usually brings out the most in a song. Second, we have the bass. Everyone loves bass. You can't tell me you can't love bass, because bass is that, you know, the low sound that, you know, everyone grooves to. Bass usually supports melody in helping it by playing chords, or just help supporting it by playing the bass notes in general. And last, we have the drums. Drums are also really important because they form the song using kicks, using snares, using all the different components of drums to help, you know, again, with melody and bass. Ooh, that's the wrong slide. But without further ado, let's just get started and create the melody. So again, make sure you pull out your iPad or iPhone. Right now, I'm using my iPhone. So let me just share what it looks like on my phone before you guys. So it should show up. So that's what GarageBand looks like. Just make sure you have everything ready. I'll give you guys maybe like a couple seconds just in case. I'm going to check chat just in case we have any questions. I don't think so. All right, so let's just get started then. I'm assuming everyone has GarageBand ready. So we're just going to get into it. So first off, obviously you want to just open up GarageBand. It's as simple as that. Usually when you guys start off, you guys won't see the piece, obviously. You'll see this. It'll have everything blank if you're starting out for the first time. So if you guys see that, just know that's perfectly normal and it's fine. So to start creating the song, you simply press the plus button in the top right corner. That'll bring up this. If you're stuck in live loops, which is right here, just click on tracks. And the first instrument you should see is the keyboard. I'll just make sure, again, you know, just take a little break just to make sure everyone's here. And after that, just click on keyboard, because we want to start with the melody, and our melody will be a synth or a keyboard type. So we're going to choose not the piano, but we're going to choose a different instrument to use as our melody. So if you click on the top left, right here in the corner, it'll pop up these two options, My Songs and whatever instrument you're using. To choose a different one on the on my phone, at least for all the iPhone users, you want to just click the second one. And then the instrument we want to be using for our melody is, if you go into Synth Classics, and the fourth one down is called Electric Marimba, right here. You want to click on that. So again, if you guys have not seen it, it's right there. I'll leave it on screen just for a couple seconds so that you guys can make sure you guys have that ready. All right. So now that we have our instrument, we want to make sure that some of the components are already set in place. For example, the tempo, which is how fast each instrument will be playing, as well as our measure number, so that we make sure that we have enough measures for the entire piece. So to start with the tempo, you want to go all the way into the top right corner in that little gear. If you click on the gear, it'll say settings. And now we want to change the tempo. Tempo is right in front of us, center, tempo. So the song Shape of You by Ed Sheeran, I did a little bit of researching earlier, and I already know that it's 96, which means each measure will have 96, like it'll be 96. So it just means like that's how fast it will be. So to turn it down from 110 to 96, you can either click on it or you can like drag, but it's a little harder to control with the drag. So you can just click it downwards onto 96. So now that we have tempo ready, one thing we do want to get rid of first, if you guys see this little red like steps right here next to the music notes, we want to click on that right now and just turn this off. This is called an arpeggiator. It kind of like, it adds notes that aren't necessarily just one note. We just want a single note. This kind of adds like more notes to that. So we just want to turn that off by pressing the switch button from blue to nothing. And we press done, and it shouldn't be glowing red now. And finally, we want to customize some of the controls with this instrument. So if you see right next to the gear, there's this like knob with like 5 dots around it. Next to the arrow, it's right here. It should glow blue when you click on it. And it has 4 knobs. So cutoff is how fast it will cut off when after played. So that means whenever you press a key on the piano, or when it plays in general in the music, it'll cut off faster or slower based on where you turn it. If you turn it to the right, that means it'll be a very fast cutoff. But if you turn it to the left, that means it'll be a short cutoff. I'm just gonna go through a couple of them. So resonance is how long it will last after being played. That's kind of like reverb, but not really reverb because it's inside of the like instrument itself. So I'm just going to turn a couple of them, and then you guys can follow along. It's not too difficult. Just put your finger on that knob and adjust it slightly. All of these knobs I'll be turning onto like those white dash marks. So as long as you have them located there, it should be fine. So 2 of them facing all the way left in like a 90 degree. We want the sustain to be right there and the release to be directly above, like that. I'll leave that there for a couple of seconds so that you guys can just make sure you have that down and good to go. Yes, and I am using the electric marimba. Again, if you guys have questions, make sure to put it in chat so that I can see it. If you guys are behind, or if you guys are need a little bit more time just to take a little break or don't understand what's going on. You're behind? What are you behind in? You can help finding the instrument, opening the app. Oh, okay, we have a lot of people behind. All right. You guys described like, oh, using your MacBook? That's an issue. I would not suggest using MacBook. Today, we're just going to be using iPad and iPhone, just because MacBook is completely different than iPad and iPhone. So if you are using a MacBook, I would just say either pull out your phone right now, or you can use your phone. Okay, that's good. So what are you guys behind on? I just need to know just in case you guys are. You forgot the steps. Oh no. Okay. I'll go through them really fast. How about that? Okay. So let's just make sure we have everything ready. Because if I have to go through steps, it's going to be very, very time consuming. Everything? Oh my God. Okay. Maybe I'll slow down just a bit just to make sure everything is a little bit slower for you guys. So I'm just assuming you're on your phone now instead of your MacBook. So I'm just gonna go through everything very quickly. So again, top left, or if you're not in here yet, just click on the oh shoot, I deleted it. Okay, that's fine. I can remake it. Just click on the click on the plus sign on the top right. Click on keyboard. I mean, I have to redo it now anyway, so I might as well just show you. Click on electric marimba. Or in your case, you might be in keyboards in classical grand, but you want to click on this, go to classical grand, go to synth classics, and then electric marimba, okay? After that, we want to make sure our tempo is correct. So gear in the top right, tempo right there. And then we just want to click the arrow to turn it down. Okay, so I'm assuming that wasn't too difficult. Now what you want to do is click on the red steps, turn it off, press done. After that, click on the knobs, and I'm just going to move them around again to make sure that they're back in place. Why is it not working with me? Okay. All right. So this one is right here to the right, like 90 degrees, and this one's right here. How did you get to the knobs? Okay, so if you look at the top right, right next to settings, there's this gear right next to it with the circles. It's right there. All right, I'm just gonna give you guys a couple more seconds because we're already a little bit behind, but that's fine. All right, so I'm assuming you guys have the knobs ready and all finished. That should be fine. Now, if you guys look at the left side, here, let me actually pull up a, remember to, let me, oh shoot, no, wrong. No, let me clear and put on a spotlight so you guys can kind of see what I'm talking about. So if you guys can see this dot, I'm gonna be talking about a couple stuff really fast. So right here on these knobs, the one I'm hovering over, you want to click on those. I'm going to probably just use this dot right now. So what is the type of piano? It's the electric marimba. Fourth one down, fourth one. So it's in synth classics and then electric marimba. So again, click on these 3 lines with like the 3 circles on them. It should bring up all these confusing things that you guys may not know about yet, but I'll go through and explain some of them. So the first one that you want to kind of experiment with and just change a little bit is on the bottom, called reverb. Reverb kind of extends the sound of the instrument so that it lasts for a longer period. And we just want to add a little bit of it. So what you want to do, you drag your finger and it should have like this little blue line. We want to do just a little bit. You guys don't have to have it like perfectly aligned with how I have it. Just make sure that you guys add just a little bit so that it's somewhat near there. All right, next, we want to add some treble because this is, again, the melody. So we want it to have quite a bit of treble. So we're going to have treble all the way up, just like that. After that, we're going to do one last thing. I think, yeah, we're going to do one last thing. So if you guys see master effects right here, you see this little arrow right here. I need you guys to click that. It'll pop up this echo and reverb. And this is a little bit more advanced because this has specific like echoes and reverbs that you can choose from to like mess around with. But this one in specific, you want to scroll down until you find this one called dark eighth note echo. So you just click on that and it'll have a little check mark. So I'll leave it there for another couple seconds, you know. Oh, and a reminder to everyone, depending on how many pauses we have, I'm just going to remind you guys that we might actually go past 4 o'clock today. So just remind your guardian or your parent that we may be going past that 4 o'clock time. So again, ask questions. I'm going to go back here so you guys can look at the treble and the reverb one more time, and then I'm going to move on. If you guys have that ready. All right, so I'm assuming everyone has that ready. So what we want to do now is, again, click on this again, and then it'll disappear now. So you guys see these measures like bars right here, these like little bars that has like the sticks in between them and all. What you can do is if you like swipe downwards, like right here, if you put your finger here and you swipe downwards, it should pop this up. So again, put your finger here and you swipe down, this will pop up. You don't have to do it like with force, just like lightly swipe down, it should bring this up. So after you bring this up, you want to put like any finger right here and just swipe to the right. And after you swipe to the right, it should bring up this like mute, this solo, or this volume bar. And we want to just turn that volume bar just a little bit so that's not too overpowering. That's a little bit too quiet. Just like that. And after that, you just want to swipe out. You don't have to mess with it anymore. So now, which is really important, this step is really important. Just make sure you click with your finger anywhere on this measure bar, like in between. So anywhere in between where this like dark part is, it should say edit. So you just want to click on edit, and it'll bring up this massive keyboard on the left side. It'll have the measures and it'll have everything. So assuming everyone's here now, I just want to go through one thing called zooming in and out. So if you guys take like, here, I'll show you with my phone. So if you, electric mirror, it's okay. If you guys take your fingers, so I'm going to like showcase with my hand. Wait, what do you mean? I'm not. You're not here yet? Or if you're not here yet, here, I'll show you one more time. So remember, just swipe down right here. It should be the same on iPad too, so there's no difference for this part. And then just go to edit. So I'll show you guys with my hand. If you guys want to zoom in and out, what you want to do is use 2 fingers. I'm going to use like my third finger and my first finger, my thumb, and just you can zoom in and out like that. So zooming in and out that way, so you can zoom in, so you can like really dial in on the measures. Or if you want to, you can also zoom in and out this way, up and down, so that you can zoom in on your notes, so like that. So again, you can use like me, I use like 2 thumbs to zoom in and out. And I use like my index finger and my thumb to zoom up and down like that. You guys can do whatever you want, as long as you just understand that you can zoom in and out. So because I'm going to be doing some zooming in and out quite often, so I just want to make sure you guys understand how to do that. So now that you guys know what zooming is, we want to add notes so that, you know, our melody can be played. So you see this C3, this means octave number 3. We want to go a little bit higher, and you want to just scroll up. No zooming or anything, just scroll up until you find C4 right here. After you find this, you want to go to the top left right here with this little pencil right here. You want to turn that on. It should turn red. Everything should turn like a little bit red. All right, assuming everyone has that found, it's not too difficult, I think, to get to this place. You can zoom in now, kind of like slowly, not too fast. And then you want to go between measure 1 and measure 2. And I'm going to put in some notes and then describe some of the stuff about them. So the first note will be right here above C4, like that. So now this is where zooming plays a role. So now you guys see like these 4 lines. So there's 1 here, or not 4, 3, 1, 2, 3. You want to zoom in to the point where it like kind of adds more. So you see like this difference, like 3 to like probably like 9, because it adds in between. I don't know actually how many. I'm not going to count, but just know that. So it goes again from 3 to a lot more. And you see how it splits this like note. So these green things are called notes, okay? These are the ones that will be played when you press the play button later. But we want to look right here where the green is intercepted by this line. And here I'll show again with any finger. You can use your thumb or your index. I usually use my index. You guys want to click on the right side and just drag. Oh, that's too far. Oh no, I messed up. Wait, give me 2 seconds. Okay, like that. To get to this screen. Okay, Andrew, just make sure if you're here like this, just make sure you have this popped up. You want to scroll down on the measure bar, press anywhere, and just press edit. Okay, and this should pop up. So again, everyone, just make sure you have this turned on, and then I'll do an example one more time. So your like note should look like this right now. What you want to do, again, zoom in until you have more bars and it's split in half. And you just want to take your finger and drag it so that you take the finger and you just drag it from like the right side. Make sure you don't do it from the left side because the left side won't work. So now that we have that, again, you want to zoom in a little bit more until more lines pop up like that, just like that. Now we're going to add some more notes. And don't worry, I'll give you guys time to make sure you have the correct notes in place. Oh, wrong note. So here you go. It's not letting me put in notes. Okay, Andrew, or Ellen, sorry, I read Andrew above you. Make sure you have this pencil turned on so that it's red. If it's not red, it won't let you add notes. So again, yeah. I'll zoom out a little so you guys can see those notes. So you guys see how I added these notes in the middle? You can't really add them in the middle. Okay, good. It's good that it's working. You can't add them in the middle unless you zoom in far enough to where that line right there pops up. See, like that? Yeah. All right. Again, just make sure you guys have those notes, and then we will move on to adding a little bit more notes. All right, so just because of time restraints, I want to make sure that we're continuing to like add more notes so we can get through this entire piece. So now if you scroll down a little, we're going to add some notes that help assist these notes. So wait, what were the notes? Let me see. So it's in the same format. So it's like the same, it plays the same time as the other ones. So again, you guys can copy that. I'll just leave that there for you guys to look and make sure. And again, you just make sure they line up in between. So in between means it's a sharp note like that. And the ones that are not in between notes are white notes. So is anyone here yet? I want to just make sure that we have most people here. Just type in like maybe yes or no, so I can see how many people we have at this place. Go back to the first few notes. The first few notes are above it. So you see where my little like thing is. So the first couple notes is these ones. So kind of like ignore these bottom ones. If you want the first couple ones, just look at these ones up here, including this note right here. Those are the first couple of ones. And then these ones you add after you're done with this. So we have one person who is done. Well done. On top. Ellen is also done. That's fantastic. So Andrew, if you don't have these notes yet, I would probably just suggest you to honestly just take a screenshot right now, and then just add them because I want to move on just to make sure that everyone who's done right now, we can just move on to the next part. So now I'm going to press done. Yours isn't big enough, like the note size, or what does that mean? Andy, can you elaborate? Like, is your screen not like wide enough, or is your notes just not the same length? Okay, well, you guys can take screenshots if you guys don't have that yet, but we're going to move on for those who have finished. So I forgot to tell you guys, but if you guys are finished, just press done at the top right, and you guys should be here now. So now what you guys want to do is you want to hold down anywhere along this like black area in the middle until this square pops up. You might not see it because your finger, but it should pop up. After that shows up, just keep on holding down, and I want you guys to just drag it over on top of these two, and they should just glow like that. After they glow, you can let go. And the next step is to click either one of them just once for now until that white border pops up around them. After that pops up, you just want to click it one more time, the same one, the one with the border, not the other one. And then all these options are here now. First one we want to do is join. So right here, I'll hover over it so you guys can do it first. Click join, and now they're combined. Because what I did was I had two different measures that were separated, and that wouldn't have allowed me to do this next step. So now the next step is to click on this join, and then to click it one more time, and now these options show up again, but this time you want to press the loop button. And I'll keep that hovered over just for a little bit so you guys can make sure you guys have the right one. And you click on loop, and wow, look how much you have now. So that's the entire melody. Yeah, we just finished the melody. All right. So again, if you guys didn't see that, just make sure to click on it. Here, I'll just drag it back, and it's here. Click it twice, and it should be loop. All right. So now I'm assuming on my phone there's no join when I click that. That means either you already have it joined or it doesn't. Yeah, no, that's the only reason why actually. That means it's already combined. Is there a gap between them? Like if you click one, does the other one not glow up? You can't get the pattern? Oh, if it does, then that's fine. That's fine. That should be fine. You just need to loop it then, and it should be fine. What do you mean you can't get the pattern, Andy? You mean like the notes, or? All right, Andy, you gotta like make sure you type a little faster if you're gonna ask questions, because I can't really like. Yes. Oh, you can't get the note. Wait, did you not take a screenshot? Here, I can go back if you want to take a screenshot of these notes. So there you go. Just make sure you take a screenshot if you do not have those notes. All right, I'm assuming you took it because I really want to move on now because we spent quite a bit of time on just this melody. I want to move on so we can get through more stuff. So now that everyone has their melody finished, if you look at my little pointer on the screen, it should have these like little blobs on the third one. If you click on that, it'll change into a piano, and this should pop up. This is where you want to be now, and it should have all of this like weird stuff like FX and the metronome loop and stuff. Now we want to add the bass. Wait, what do you click? Right here, the third one. So it goes on these blobs, or like these bars. That's what they're technically being. And if you click that, the third one, it turns into a piano. Okay. All right, good. You got there. Now we want to add a bass. So the bass we want to add. So click on the bottom left. So if you click on the bottom left, it'll bring up the keyboard again. The keyboard is where you want to be at right now. And then you click on it just like the melody, and it should show up your melody, but we don't want to use the melody for the bass. So again, I can't join the pieces together, so I can't loop. No. You don't have to have them joined to loop. If you have it, watch, look. So if yours are like this, where it's already like this, and you don't need to like join it, just click it again. It should have the loop option. It shouldn't be able to not loop if you already have it combined like that. Mine is not joined. Oh, then join it. Just click anywhere, and it should glow. You can't. Like you have to hold down. Make sure you use your finger to hold down. And then this like box should show up whenever you hold down. You did? And did you hover over both? If it's not joined, it should be two different sections. If you click on the two different sections after that, what you want to do is you click on one of them. And then the same one you clicked on the first time, you want to click on it again, and then you join it. That's how you join it. You probably like clicked on the other one, and it probably canceled out the glowing effect. So going back to the bass, there is only cut, copy, delete, loop, split, return, renaming settings. Then click on loop. Click on loop, that means you already joined it and it should be able to be looped. So now we want to move on to the bass. So again, click on electric marimba, even though that's not what we're going to be using. So if you guys look at right underneath synth classics, there's synth bass. So obviously, you know, we're using a bass, and the one you want to choose is Exoplanet. Cool name, right? Yeah. Click on Exoplanet. Right there. So if you scroll down a little bit, it's called Exoplanet. All right. So similar to the melody, we want to turn some of the knobs around so that we have them all ready to go. So again, you know, right side, these knobs with the dots around it. We want to turn some of the cutoff down, and then we want to turn that FM. Just leave it there. It's honestly fine. The decay is like that, and the harmonic should be turned all the way down. You cannot find it. You can't find the instrument. So again, make sure if you go here, it should be looking somewhat like similar on the iPad. I don't know if you're on your iPad or your phone, but just find synth bass. If you find synth bass, Exoplanet. Oh, and by the way, guys, if you guys don't turn the knobs exactly the way I do, or like you don't get like the time to, obviously, you know, later on after the meeting, we'll have the recording so you guys can go back and tweak or just make sure you have everything correct. So don't worry too much about that right now. So Exoplanet, all right, and the knobs, again, I'll leave it there for you guys to look at it so that you guys have it all correct. All right, so now that you guys have those knobs turned there, most of the knobs are pretty easy to turn. I think we only chose like 2 of them, the cutoff and the delay, or the decay. Go here, again, to these three lines with the circles. And we want to scroll down. Similar to the melody, we want to add some reverb, this time just a little bit more, around like 1/4, so a little bit more. And then unlike what you guys may think, actually we want to add treble because it's the high notes of this bass that are really going to stand out. So we want to just turn the treble all the way up, and that'll be what we use for that. So I'll leave that there for you guys to make sure you guys have. All right. So after you guys have all those knobs up, no, I pressed the wrong button. After you guys have all of these knobs corrected like this, again, similar to the melody, swipe down. So now that you guys like know these like stuff, the stuff I explained at the beginning, I'm gonna go a little bit faster just because you guys already know like what I'm talking about. What is the cutoff? So cutoff, I think I explained that actually before. Cutoff basically is how fast your instrument will cut off at the end. So basically it means like when you play the note or it's played, how fast it'll like end at the end of when it's played. So if you turn it all the way up, that'll mean it'll last longer. But if you turn it down, it'll mean it'll cut off slower. So again, swipe down, edit. Oh, wait. Actually, no. Press done. Sorry. We want to change the dynamics again. I forgot. We have to make sure that, not the dynamics, the level of sound. So again, just remember you can swipe right. And this one's, oh my God. This one's really simple. Just make sure it's right in the middle or close enough to the middle. Swipe out and edit. Again, make sure you guys have the pencil turned on. That way you can make sure that you guys have the notes being able to be played. And now you guys want to go to measure 1. Don't start at like measure 2 or measure 3, just to make sure that we're in the same measures. So we want to start at, I'm pretty sure C3, we can start at C3. Yeah. So that's the first note. And similar to the melody, Again, you see how there's 3 lines in between right now? We want to zoom in until this green note is split in half. Split in half, easily just like that, just by dragging it from the right side to the left. And then we want to add notes. Just like that. I know I went a little fast. I'll leave it there for you guys to make sure you guys have those done. I'm going to play it once actually right now, just so that you guys can hear if it sounds similar. Oh wait, did I choose the wrong notes? Uh-oh, I might have chose the wrong. Wait. Did I? Oh no. Wait. I think I might have played the. Wait. Let me go back. I don't think I did. Oh, I did. Okay. Sorry. I accidentally moved the notes up by a little. So if you guys want, you guys can just take that and drag it. Oh, I have to explain this now. Okay. So if you guys click the red pencil and then you guys make it so that it's gray, and you guys kind of like hover over anywhere to the right side, you just want to drag all the way over, and all of them should glow. And now what you can do, what I like to do is go right here with your finger, right? You hold there. Oh, it's not supposed to go zoomed in, but you want to just drag it down. I'm pretty sure that's right now. Let me play it once. No, okay. So these 3 notes you have to change. Yeah. So these 3 notes, again, just like before, you can just drag them. I think it's correct actually. Wait. No, it's up by 1. Yes. Wait. Oh yeah, no, it is correct. Sorry, I think I heard it wrong for some reason. So there you guys go. On C3, I'll zoom out just a little so you guys can see those a little bit better. Sorry, I made that mistake. I did not realize that I placed them a little bit too high. Okay. So again, just type when you're done and I'll move on when the majority of you guys are finished. All right, Ellen, see ya. All right, so I'm just gonna move on now because I'm pretty sure that that should be enough time for you guys to like have that. So again, just like the melody, this all should be like similar to the melody. Hold down and just drag over both those. Mine sounds really weird. What about it sounds weird? Like too slow? Oh, maybe your tempo isn't correct then. So again, here, I'll show you. If you go into settings in your tempo, make sure it's 96. But again, guys, just make sure yours highlighted. Click on one of them and then click on the one with the highlighted surrounded by it. Join. I'll hover over it so you guys can see it. All right, after it's joined, click on it again, click on it one more time and loop so that it should be looped throughout the piece. And then go back and then make sure you guys are in this position, and I will just wait for you guys to have it here. There's no join, then that means it might already be joined, and then you just need to loop it. So just loop it. Guys, how you test whether or not it's joined is whether or not it's whenever you like oh, why is this not looped? Whenever you guys have split ones, it should show up not as one. Like if you tap on one separately, it should be like glowing and the other one shouldn't. So if it is joined, that means the entire like 2 bars will be glowing. Oh wait, no. Oh yeah, no. Okay, never mind. Mine is not joined, and I don't have a join button. I'm pretty sure it's joined then. Guys, if there's no join button, that means it's joined for sure, and then you just need to loop it. Because that only ever happens if your thing is not joined. I'm going to move on now so that we can get onto the drums, so that we have at least all of the 3 like main components. So the drums are going to be pretty difficult, so you guys make sure that you're pretty specific, and make sure like there's, when I pressed it, the whole thing does not glow, only one part glows. Then that means you need to hold down and drag on both. Don't click on one, just drag, hold down, drag on both. So, okay, so you guys make sure you're all here. So after you press done, you're probably here. Click on the 3 bars until you're here. And now we're going to add the drums. So the drums, instead of actually adding like our own drums, we're going to take some drums from loops, so that it's like a little bit different, and so that you guys understand like what loops are. So if you guys see the loop-de-loop on the right, you know, obviously that stands for loops. So you tap on loops, and the first thing you want to do is go to instruments right here. It's the first selection, and make sure you have guitar selected. Nothing else, just guitar though. So just guitar. What is the tempo? 96. The tempo is 96. After this, you can either choose to search up the loop that I'll be showing, or you guys can scroll down how I am. But the loop that you want to be choosing is, let me find it. It's pretty far down, so that's why I'm saying most of you guys may not do this. It's in G, by the way, so you guys might have to scroll down quite a bit. Oh, did I? Oh, I deselected guitar. That's probably why. Okay, if you go to G, there should be a selection called Glitter Nights Funk Guitar. Right here. You guys can search it up, so it's probably a little bit easier. Just type in like Glitter Nights and it should show up. So for the first one, we want to do the number 1. So if you guys look right here, you want to hold down on it, and then you can just add it in. So again, you want to hold down on it. I have to like do this and then go back up. Again, Glitter Nights Funk guitar number 1. Hold down on it, and then you should be able to like drag it into your track, and then just make sure that you have it dragged to measure number 3 right here. Everyone have that? I'm going to assume everyone does. I don't think it's too hard to drag it out, but swipe to the right. So you see this little like this part right here, just put your finger there and swipe to the right, and these volume bars should show. You want to just turn this down a little bit above middle, so just a little bit above this instrument, our bass. You can go out, and now we want to take the drum from this loop. So what that means is we're going to specifically go in and zoom in on the part where there's drums, and we're going to cut it out so we can use that part. So what you want to do is zoom out first until you're fully zoomed out. And now you want to make sure that your bars up here, like look at where my little like glowy thing is. You want to make sure there's 7 in total. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So make sure you have 7 in total between your measures. After you have 7, you want to drag, let me move this over just a little bit. All right, I can't move that, that's fine. But right here, you see this like white, like I'm gonna call it like a tracker or like your like mouse or something. I don't know how to say that, I forgot the name of it. You wanna like hold on it and drag it to 3.1. So it goes from here to 3.1. And you can zoom in and you can see the part we're taking. Wait, are we zooming? Actually, wait, guys. I think actually, wait, mine's not. Wait, oh, wait, did I somehow get rid of the 40? Oh, I didn't add them because this is a new one. Okay, wait, sorry, guys, wait. I think I didn't add those 40 bars. That's my fault. Okay, so actually you want to zoom out. Mine sounds really weird. It's very slow and the tempo is 96. I think you added the notes incorrectly then. You probably added them too long, but that should be fine. We can change the tempo so that it still fits later. After I can answer that as a Q&A later. So you want to zoom out until there's actually 3. So not 7, but 3. So 1, 2, 3 in between. And this next step is pretty simple. Again, just move this tracker / mouse thing to 3.2, not 3.1. I got that incorrect. So after your tracker thing is right there, you want to click on it and you want to just click on it one more time until all the options come up. So now we're not going to use loop and we're not going to use join because it's not even an option. We want to actually choose the split. So I'll hover over it and you guys will see this little like scissors. So what you want to do is you want to hold on the scissor and just drag down. It'll turn yellow and it will go downwards when you drag down on it. And it should split. I'll give you guys a couple seconds to make sure you guys have that split. And now when it's split, that means that this section is not part of this section. Now these two sections are different. Our next step is zoom out again until you have the 3 bars and you want to hold down on your tracker and move it to 3.3 now. And after you move it to 3.3, click on this bigger portion, not the smaller one on the left, but this bigger like part. Click on it twice, and then you want to split it one more time so that it becomes 2 different ones. Now what you can do is on both this one, the small one on the left side and the big one on the right side, click on it twice, both of them, and just simply delete them. We don't need those ones anymore. After those are deleted, your instrument / loop should be like this. You want to simply just take it anywhere. I'm pretty sure you can hold any part of it and you just want to drag it to the measure 3. So again, it should look like this before it's dragged. You click on it, or you can hold on it and you can just drag it to measure 3. Give you guys a couple seconds just to make sure you guys have that. All right, now you guys want to have it so that each measure has 7. So after that, you just simply move your cursor onto the second or the first one, the first little stamp. So there's 7 in between. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in between 2 and 3 and 3 and 4. So from 3 to 4, you want to make sure you put your, sorry. Just make sure you have it so that your tracker shows up on 2.1. Please refrain from sending me messages during this seminar, please. You should have that like that. And now you just click on it. You click on it another time and you just split it. You can just delete it. So that you have this tiny little drum section that we're going to use. So again, how to trim. So you just hover over any part that I told you. Let me go back. So like right here, again, if you have 7 in between each measure, you want to go on the first one. You want to click on the portion that we are trimming. You want to click it again, and you simply want to just split it like that. And then to split it, you want to make sure you hold down on that scissor and just split it. After it splits, the scissor should go back up, and now you have 2 different sections, 1 and 2. And you just want to delete this second one. So I'm going to move on now, just because hopefully you guys have that. I don't think it was should take too long if you guys are behind to trim that bit off. So now we want to add multiple of these, so it's not just one on measure 3. It's kind of boring if it's just like that. So we want to take it, click it once, click it twice, and then we want to copy it so that we can paste it just like, you know, words in like Google Docs or something. You can copy and paste it. You want to drag it over again where we have 7 between each one. Drag it from 3.1 to 3.2, and we can paste it so that there's a little gap between both of them. The next one you want to paste is just simply right after 3.2. So 3.3, where there is no gap. So now it goes from 1 gap 1 2. So there's 2 together, like not together. It doesn't have to be joined. You guys don't have to join these ones, by the way. You guys can have them split. And then the last one, we simply want to go to 3.3 and paste. I don't, wait, is it 3.3 or 3. Actually 3.4. I think you guys can move it to 3.4 just so that there's a little bit more distance in between. There should be an equal amount of distance. Did I do something wrong? Oh yeah, I did. Okay, wait, so drag until the square shows up over these 2 middle ones, and you can just move them over. You move them over by 2, you should be right in the middle. So again, you went from here, 1, 2. You should like click almost so that it's in the middle. So now here's a pretty easy section. It's pretty simple. You just want to hold down square, drag it over in the entire thing. You want to click on it twice and copy. It copied all 4 of those in that specific way. And then here's where the fun is, and it's super simple. You can just click anywhere, paste, click anywhere, paste, and just keep on doing that until you're at measure 37. A trick I like to do to save some time is after I put down a couple of these, I just copy the entire thing. Oh. And then you can click on any one and it copies the entire thing correctly. And the nice thing is that the cursor, this little, the stick thing, it stays wherever you need to paste it, so you don't need to worry about moving it. So again, just move it to measure 37. And then after measure 37, just delete all the extras so that we don't have that there. And then this extra one right here. It's so I can't delete it. All right, I'm pretty sure everyone's here, right? We're all here. I'm probably going to move on so we can finish this up pretty quickly. Can some of you guys like type if you guys are here? I just want to make sure like some of you guys are at least like around this way or like somewhat at this like step. Oh, okay. We got some people who are caught up. That's good. Probably going to give us like one more minute just to make sure that we have this similar to this. Now your GarageBand isn't working. Okay, that's all right. Okay, so I'm just going to move on just so that we can make sure we have all of our drums done so that we can at least have a big portion of it complete for our meeting or our seminar ends. So we're going to add a new instrument this time, not a loop. So click on the plus sign on the bottom left, and we're going to add a drum. So unlike the loop where we took the drums from the loop, we're going to add actual drums from the drum selection. So if you guys didn't see, we went from here, bottom left, drums. It's right next to keyboard, it's just to the right one. So we click on drums, and this may be what it looks like for you. It may be like something different, but we can just change it easily by, it's similar to the piano. Click on the top left, click on whatever was being used. And the one we want to choose is percussion and Chinese kit, because the bass drum in Chinese kit is the one that we want to use. So that's what it looks like. All right, now we're just gonna go here, the 3 sticks and the circles, and we're gonna change some stuff again. We want to turn the treble all the way up and reverb all the way down. Really simple, just 2 knobs. One's all the way off and one's all the way up. That should take like less than a second, I think, to get to. After that, you get out of that section and you wanna go here. Again, we want to change the volume just a little bit. So we want to go here and turn the volume around a little bit less than middle. And we can go into edit. So now what you guys want to do is you guys want to click on the pencil so that you're able to edit it. Go to, I'm pretty sure like measure 3. You guys can add the drums for measure 3 because that's where the drums come in general. And we want to add these drums right here. So I know there's a lot of options, but this drum right here is the one that we want to choose. So for measure 3, you want to choose these drums. Pretty sure you add them like this, and then you can zoom in until you can add it, like directly next to it. So zoom in again until you can add it. And you just do the same thing right here. You add 4 in total. Have the many sections of the cars again. How do you do? I don't think we have enough time to go over that entire guitar section again. That is the hardest part. So if you really want to get that part, I'd probably just come back after, and when the recording's up, you can go onto the website and check, because that part does take quite a while to explain. So after your 4 notes are in, very simple, just 4 taps, zoom in, zoom out. Click on the red pencil, and we're going to deal with something called velocity. So this is where dynamics play in. So everyone knows what dynamics is probably, but I'm going to explain it just in case you don't. Dynamics is how loud or soft you play something. So that's the same thing as velocity, basically. And velocity, GarageBand takes it as like dynamics. So right here on this second note, you can actually click on it, and then it brings up these 4 options, including velocity, which is the one we want to use. So again, the second one, not the first one, just the second one. You want to click on velocity, and it brings up these like stacks. So it's kind of confusing. I don't know why GarageBand decided to do stacks. They probably should have done like small volume or loud volume. It kind of makes sense, but we want to actually turn this to middle. The reason why we do this is to add a little bit more depth to this drum so that it actually sounds loud and then a little bit quieter, loud, a little bit quieter, so that it allows the drum to, you know, have a little bit of dynamics. So right in the middle, you do the exact same thing, and you don't even need to click it, click velocity again for the second one. So this one, and then this one. This is what it should sound like if you're at this point. That's what it should sound like. So I'm going to leave it there so you guys can get the velocity. I'll put up the velocity. All right, now we're probably going to move on to either one or two more things. Actually, no. One thing we do have to do very quickly before we do anything else is loop this. So you can either go here or you can go here by swiping down, but it's just a little bit easier to go here. This third selection. You go here, you zoom in if you want to, but it's also, you can just not choose to. You can click on it, loop it, and now you have it. So because of time restraints, I think I'm just gonna finish off some little bits of stuff so that we can finish off the main portion, so that like the main idea is at least brought up. So because we have like the three main components, which is melody, bass, and drums. So after you guys are at this point, we want to cut off a portion of the song where there is a pause in Shape of You and Ed Sheeran. So if you guys go to measure 20, you can like place your cursor like right here. You can like click anywhere in your, oh, that's not the measure, but you can click on like the measure and it should line up with 20 perfectly. What you guys want to do first is kind of go through and just delete these smaller ones first. And then after you delete like one, you can like drag over the other three and delete them just like that. And then after that, you can hold down like on the bottom here and then just bring your finger upwards so that everything is selected now. And what it should look like is this. But you can click on any one of these. So you can click here, here, or here. Click on the one you clicked on first twice and then trim. After it trimmed, it should already be trimmed. So wait, oh, wait. Oh, wait, I think I did it wrong. Wait. Oh, not trim, split, sorry. I forgot the term, split, not trim. Split it, and it should have like a bunch of sections. But the only ones we really want to worry about are the ones between 20 and 21. So as you see, this Chinese kit, it didn't get split. So what we want to do now is put our cursor over 21, hover over the Chinese kit, see how it isn't split. If it was split, this part would only be highlighted. We want to tap it, split it, and now it is split. All three of these are not split. So what we want to do, we go here and we simply delete it. And finally, one last thing you guys want to do or try is to make sure that it's not too long. We want to just go here and go to measure number 37 and simply just drag all of this. So this is what it looks like. It has that little loop sign right there. You want to take that loop sign and simply just drag it to 37 because that's where the song ends. So I'll give you guys a couple more seconds just to make sure that you're kind of at this place or around here. And since we finished making like this portion, I just wanted to bring up a little challenge that you guys could do if you guys want to explore more or just want to do more. The challenge is to either play out the melody, which is the part that Ed Sheeran sings, or you can play on it on the piano, you can sing it, or you can just add it so that it has that like the song portion, the lyrics in it. I unfortunately can't really like play it for you guys just because there's a little bit of lag between my phone and the computer. So I don't think I can like really perform that portion of it. So you guys can try it. Yeah, so that's the challenge I want to give you guys if you guys would like to continue forth and maybe try that out. So let me stop sharing now and I will go back to the slides so that we can finish off our seminar. So if I go here, all right. So we've finished making the piece and I've given you guys the challenge. I hope most of you guys can at least, give that challenge a try. It should be pretty fun and you guys can record it and show it to other people. Oh, right. One last thing I actually do want to share. I forgot. Is that you guys, if you guys want to share this song to your friends or you want to post it to other people, I want to just show that very quickly. It's very simple. So you guys can simply just click on the top left go out to My Songs, and you want to hold down on the one you want to share. So you want to hold down, you can rename it right there. If you guys choose to, right there, you guys can rename it if you want to like Ed Sheeran Shape of You or whatever the name of the song is. But to share it, you just simply click on the share button. There's 3 options: song, ringtone, and project. Project is the entire track, like everything in it. Ringtone is just like a ringtone. You can use it for like your wake up ringtone, or you can do song, which is just the audio. So usually people just do audio. You can choose any quality. You can say the artist is you, and you can put a cover image, and then you press share, and then you can send it to your friends and family or whoever you want to send it to. All right, now that I have finished talking about more of the important stuff of GarageBand, and we have finished the song, I wanted to, before I move on to Jessica, I would like you guys to hear about our GarageBand class in the fall. So mYe offers a GarageBand course during the fall. I will be a TA, so you guys can go there to ask questions if you still have questions. But make sure to either take a picture or a screenshot of that link to, go check it out, maybe sign up, and hopefully I will see some of you guys in the fall. So now I will pass on the Q&A to Jessica.
Thank you, Harold, for that very informative presentation. And now, as Harold said, we'll be moving on to the Q&A questions. Q&A section. So any questions? Well, there is none on the Q&A chat so far, but I have one I wanted to ask, which is, how long does it actually take to like create a full-on song on GarageBand?
Yeah, so creating a song, I would say it depends on your interest and whatever you're making. It's also like, how much time you have in general to spend on music, or what type of music you're making. So like maybe you're making like a pop song. It takes you hours to make, but the end result is amazing. Putting in more questions, or putting in more time, allows you to have maybe like a better result, because you get to like perfect it and tweak it, and yeah, so it really depends on what you want your end goal of the song to be. That's usually how long it takes.
How do you determine what tempo to use for each song?
Ooh, tempo. So we're talking about recreating songs, right? I'm assuming. So to find this out, it's pretty simple. You basically just listen to the song and you kind of like tap your finger to like the beat. I'm pretty sure you can like figure that out pretty simply. And then if you want, you can take the rhythm that you've tapped out, and you can go into like an online metronome, and they have like applications that you can just tap, and then you can find that, or you can just search up online, what is the tempo of this song, and the results should usually be pretty accurate. So
This is not a question for the Q&A, but
yeah.
is it possible to post, can you share like the your music as a link or anything like that?
Like my version of the remake, or the remake, yeah. If you guys want, I can find a way to post that like project file as a link on our webpage of mYe Beat, along with the recording of today's seminar.
Okay, so someone asked, would it be copyright to recreate the song and post it on YouTube?
Yes, because copyright is also the idea. So the idea that the person that you're remixing or recreating is copyright, because you're taking the effort they have of thinking of like the melody or the bass, and you're remixing it or remaking it. That still counts as copyright, and you can get copyright strike for that.
Someone asked if you can take a YouTube music and add onto it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've actually done this before. I know you cannot do this. I don't think you can do this. At least I haven't done this on my phone before. But I know if you go on a MacBook you can download YouTube songs as MP3 and drag it into GarageBand on a MacBook. But for a phone or an iPad, I don't know if that's possible. Maybe it is, I just probably don't know about that.
So we know that is GarageBand able to convert a music recording into notes?
That is an interesting question. I'm pretty sure it shows the notes similar to like a program I'm using called Logic. It shows the notes that you play, but it doesn't allow you like print it out. Is that the question, or was it similar to that? I'm pretty sure it was similar to that, right? Okay.
So when you were creating the song for Ed, that was the remake of Ed Sheeran's songs, I noticed that you used like pre-recorded tracks for the drums part. So would that be copyrighted in any way?
So the drums that we used are called Apple loops. Apple loops were given to GarageBand. Like GarageBand created those like Apple loops for you for people to use for free. I've actually read on GarageBand's like website under their like copyright things, and Apple loops they've actually specifically given out so that people can use for free and just use to make songs or to use in their songs. So I'm pretty sure you can use those without getting copyright strike.
So someone asked, do you know why the app is called GarageBand?
What I'm assuming is probably
And that was the last question, by the way.
GarageBand, huh? I don't know specifically why. Like I've never like considered that actually. I'm probably assuming it's just like it's probably I actually don't know. Wait, that's such that's a really like questioning question that I have to think about too. I don't know why it's called GarageBand. I understand like the band part, but garage, I don't know.
Well, thank you so much. Time passed really quickly, but unfortunately, that's all the time we had for today. So thank you, Harold, for sharing how to use GarageBand to make music. I know I will be definitely trying to create a few new tunes on GarageBand with the knowledge I learned today, and I hope everyone else also took something away from this presentation. But not to fret if it was an information overload, because I know it can be. A recording of this live seminar will be posted on our website, myebeat.com, by Monday. So feel free to check out our website and share it with others. myebeat.com has a variety of cool and interesting articles written by a group of dedicated and passionate youth volunteers for the youth. So it would be great if you could share our website with maybe 5 of your friends, and that way we can help reach out. You can help us reach out to others, and we can also benefit others. Thank you for joining us today for the mYe Beat live for Making Music with GarageBand. If you look forward or want to learn more about our other live seminars, go to our website, myebeat.com, and sign up for our newsletter for more information. Our following live seminars will be about coding competitions and sports. Have a wonderful afternoon, and we hope to see you there. Bye.